What's up guys, MJ here and welcome back to another Mustang video. Today I'm going to be talking about my drive home from Mustang Week 2025. But before we get into that, I want to roll some footage that I took before I left and to show you guys where my headspace was out before that drive even started. So let's get right into that. About 1 in the morning here. 1 in the morning on Friday, and I just can't sleep. I just can't. After today, or not after today, but after yesterday, with the whole thing, the whole car breaking down and just shitting the bed on me, I just haven't been able to get a grasp on things and just not worry about it. And I don't know, I don't feel in a good, calm headspace. Even though the car was driving and was running, I just don't feel relieved. I mean, I really appreciate what Jacob did in helping fix the car. I mean, he did what he could do, and I'm very glad for what he was able to do to get it running. But I just don't know if I'm satisfied with not as I don't know if I'm satisfied with not the outcome, you know what I mean? I just don't feel certain with this car. I'm just very worried about the drive home. I'm kind of to the point where I don't even want to endure the rest of the week, because we still have technically today is Friday, obviously, so we have today's Ford Mustang show to go to, as well as Saturday's Ford Mustang show before we leave. And I just don't really even want to do that. I low-key just want to pack my bags and just go home, and hope I make it home, you know? I'm just very, very worried about the whole drive home aspect of it all, and I hope I can make it home. But I came down here just to kind of start the car and see if it starts, kind of to have I don't know, a clear head before I do end up going to sleep for the night. But yeah, let's go try to start this thing. Oh, hopefully not try. Let's hope this thing starts and runs fine. I'm just worried. I'm very worried. I can tell, it actually seems to be idling at its right. Beforehand, it was idling right at 500 on the dot, pretty much. Now it's idling at what it typically idles at probably, I'd say that's 700 or 800 RPMs. So I don't know what changed from now and from earlier, but I low-key might be at a better peace of mind now. That's not good. That it typically doesn't do ever. The way it just turned off just felt like it just like died, you know? I'm not gonna start it again. I mean, it's good that on those 2 tests that we just did, that it started. I wish I just knew what it was, you know? I mean, the only thing that everyone seems to be telling me is that they think it's a fuel pump. I think it's the fuel pump going out on it. Which, yeah, it could be. I don't know. I'd be less worried if I had a shorter road trip ahead of me, you know? If I had to drive 2 hours, be like, okay, you know what, that's fine. But I have to drive a full 13 hours home in this thing, and it seems to be on its like last leg, almost. I mean, it literally was found on road dead earlier for 3 hours, and just for it to come back on with one small thing that did it, I just don't buy that. It's just, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I mean, it's doing better. I mean, it's where it's supposed to be. Like I said earlier, like I'd be stopping in traffic and it'd be at 500 RPMs. Just dropped RPMs again. See, I was super stressed about making that drive. I was literally losing my mind over it, and the second I got on the road, just my heart was just like, just did not feel well. I was driving, and I just was like, just praying the entire time. And about 20 minutes into driving, the check engine light came back on, which that scared me immediately. What we're pretty certain about is that it's a fueling issue. It could be either the fuel filter, and it could be the fuel pump, or it could be both. Don't know yet, but we're going to find that out soon. But luckily, we did make it home. 13 hours with no problems, no engine malfunction, no issue starting it, which thank the Lord, because if I had to call a tow truck from whatever state I was in, I was just going to lose my mind. I literally was going to lose my mind. I even said, I was like, as long as it makes it to New York State, it can break down after that. As long as I'm in New York when it broke down, I would be totally fine with it. Luckily, it didn't break down. We made it home safe and sound at around like 12:30 a.m., I'd say, on Monday morning. Because we left Sunday afternoon, and we just drove straight through the 13 hours and got here around 12:30 in the morning. Yeah, no, the car's here. I literally have not touched it since I've gotten back. I'm gonna see if she starts, and hopefully she does. So. So as you guys can hear, that little hissing sound, I'm pretty sure is the fuel pump. So the fuel pump's running and it's working, because that's the sound it's always made. But it kind of does sound like it's working overtime, in my opinion, because it's louder than it typically is. And that can either be a good thing or a bad thing. I've read online that hearing your fuel pump run loud actually is like normal, and that's a good sign that it's working. But at the same time, my car was perfectly fine, wasn't this loud, and now is doing that and not working properly. She doesn't seem to be dropping RPMs like she was. She's at 800, about 800 RPMs, I'd say, and the check engine light is still on. She's also really dirty. I honestly feel so bad leaving her in the street this dirty. It's just like, it's just gross. Besides that, I want to talk about something else. I finally received my lowering springs. So as you guys know, I ordered lowering springs from American Muscle, and I said that in the one video that I reached out and they would get back, they were gonna ship out that same day. They didn't ship out that same day, and so I decided to cancel that order, got my money back, and went on eBay and found basically the same exact springs and bought those. And those were supposed to come 3 days before I went out to Mustang Week, and then they didn't end up coming at all. So it was pointless for me to cancel my order from American Muscle, and it was pointless to buy the ones off eBay. But now I have them, and I mean, that's great. I could have used them 2 weeks ago, but you know, better late than never, you know? Better late than never. All right, but these are my first time looking at the springs, so let's take a look. All right, I got my fix. so that's the brand. I generally do not know if that's good or not, but I read many reviews saying that they are literally the same exact springs that you can find on American Muscle. So it really shouldn't be any different. So yeah, I mean, that definitely looks like the same spring to me. Which one's the top? I'm assuming, yeah, this is definitely the top. That's the bottom. And then this is a... Now, I don't actually know. Is this the... I'm assuming this is the back spring and this is the front spring. I've never put springs in a car before, ever. So I'm not entirely sure which one goes first. Obviously, we're going to figure that out. But you know, it's going to give us a nice 1.5 inch drop on the bat stang, which I think will be perfect in my opinion. I don't really care for cars that are like low to the ground. I just like, I want that like perfect fitment, you know? And honestly, from the pictures that I saw of other cars lowered on 1.5 inch springs, it's like the perfect fitment in my opinion. Although I do eventually want to go lower springs in the front to give it that stance look. So, but just for the meantime, I think these work pretty well. They look phenomenal. I can't wait. Yeah. I'm super excited. For the remainder of this video, I do want to talk about my time in Mustang Week. In Myrtle Beach for Mustang Week. It was great. I actually really enjoyed meeting a lot of you that have now subbed to the channel after meeting me. I greatly thank you for your sub. You're helping. You're a key to this channel. But yeah, no, everyone was super nice. I really enjoyed meeting you guys. And to the meets that I did go to, I went to the, there was an underground meet on, it was either Friday or Saturday. I can't remember the day. That was a good meet. That's where I met Monarch 5.0. Then we went to the landing at the boathouse meet, which that was a great meet. That was a great start to Mustang Week. I think there was another meet that day that I went to, that I ended up going to. I can't think of it. I think, no. I remember. Okay, and then either it was Saturday or Sunday, I went to the Legacy Theater meet for the Coastal Carolina Club. Then I went to the landing at the boathouse. And I still think there was a meet after that. Maybe there wasn't. And then we tried to go to the, no, actually on Tuesday we didn't do anything Mustang related. We just kind of chilled at the condo. Wednesday we tried to go to the retro meet. Couldn't get into it whatsoever, but we did drive by. Yeah, that was a great looking meet. And then Thursday, obviously we had car trouble. Friday, we ended up going to the Ford car show. And then Saturday, we just had a break day one last time at the beach before we went back home. We did not go to the Ford Mustang show on Saturday, which it's sad that I didn't get to go to that one either, but I mean, it's the same one as Friday, so I'm not really that too worried about it. Oh, and I also went to the Hangout RTR, or either RTR or GTD. I think it was that one. It was an RTR. Yeah. At the Hangout on Saturday night. I did go to that one. I forgot about that. But yeah, no. I mean, It was dope. I want to go back to Mustang Week. Will I be going back to Mustang Week in this car? That is undecided yet. I'm currently looking for a new job that is not DoorDash. Although I love the fact that I can DoorDash and be able to pump out videos, it's just not making enough money to support me. And there's nothing more that I want to do than the video stuff. But I'm gonna have to, and hopefully this works out for me. And I pray that it works out for me. But for the meantime, if I have to get something that's a little bit more stable, then I'm gonna have to do that. But with that job, I've had the idea of buying another car. I'm not really gonna say what yet, but so it will be a Mustang. It will be a Mustang. Although I really do want a Corvette. I would love a Corvette. It's just, I want to go back to Mustang Week, and I'm not going to go to Mustang Week in a car that's not a Mustang, And I love this car, and I love it to the point where I wouldn't want to do that trip again. Just purely for the fact, see, the thing is, I would trailer this car. I have the Tonka that could easily pull a trailer on this car, but the thing is, for a whole week, you got to find out where you're gonna put the trailer, because I can't park it at my condo. The Tonka also gets worse gas mileage than this thing, and so I'd be literally stopping every state pretty much to fill up, and that's going to be a whole lot of money. Looking into getting another Mustang. Like I said, not going to say what yet, because if I do end up getting it, I want it to be a surprise for the channel. So, yeah. My honest opinion on Mustang Week, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. I've heard Ponies in the Smokies is better. But from my personal experience, it was definitely a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely would recommend, definitely want to go back. And definitely want to go to more meets next time. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it wasn't really like a action-packed video of car content like I have for the last couple weeks with the Mustang Week stuff. This is basically, I know like last video was, and that wraps up Mustang Week 2025. This video technically wraps up Mustang Week 2025 because I showed you guys the footage from when I was still down in Myrtle. So technically this is the last video for that. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys hopefully next week. I'm still trying to pump out content. Gotta go get the car fixed, and yeah, see you guys next week. Bitches always lying, call them Usopp. Shawty got on me and she won't stop. Got a fresh fade at the barbershop. Color red hair.